Hi, Tony Asia here for another installment of some riffs and licks for you. Getting ready to take off tomorrow morning to go ahead and play a gig down in Florida, so I wanted to try to get this in my newsletter for tomorrow morning before I actually fly out. This lesson here is going to be pretty cool, kind of different, once again just to open up your thought process to maybe some different sort of things that you could go, oh yeah, that's cool, let me start to fool around on my own. So I don't even have a name for it, but I know it is used in the blues and playing blues licks, and a very good friend of mine knows how to use this just right. It's something that I actually just picked up and only use a little bit, but I sure would like to use it a little bit more than I do. So first I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of it with you being at this distance from me, and then later I'll go ahead and actually get some close-ups of my my left hand and possibly even the right hand so you can see what I'm doing. So this would be the blues sounding lick. Okay, the main part to this is that we have one note that is droning or sustained throughout everything I did, and that note was the D note, and I apologize, the G note, which is your third string. And so what I'm doing is I am hitting the third string, the G string, with my middle finger. And then I am playing everything else with whatever fingers that are necessary, but I sort of did this type of a thing. I slide into a G on my fourth string or my D string, but when I do that I'm also hitting or plucking the G with my bare finger, so both at the same time would sound like this. Okay, I'll do that again. And then I went up so I jumped up a few frets to the 8th fret, 7th fret, back to the 5, which gives you a unison sound, 3rd fret, and back up again to the 5th fret. And that was all done, all that movement was done on the D string, your 4th string. Okay? Then I drop down to the second string from the top, the 5th string, the A string. 5, 3, 1, while hitting the G string constantly with the middle finger here. Okay? So we start off with a and then I finally go to the G string, I'm sorry, the E string, the low E string, the 6th string. Put my finger on the 3rd fret. 3, 1, 3, while still plucking the G again. Okay? Or that's where you can make up anything you want. Okay, so it's a pretty cool tune, lick. Somebody's playing a G blues type of thing. Okay? Again, the key to it is just keep hitting that G open. Constantly doing that, no matter what else I do. Okay? So I'm going to try to go ahead and give you a little closer look of what's happening over here, and then maybe a tight shot down here as well. So hang in there with me. Alright, I'm going to give you a little bit of a closer shot as to what's going on in these couple of frets, the first 5 frets or so. Again, the droning note, or the note that you will always be hitting, is the open G string, or the 3rd string, which is this right here. Okay? And then the next part that I was doing was that I was actually had my finger on the D string, and I was moving from the 3rd to the 5th fret with it. But I also was plucking that G string at the same time, so it sounds like this. Okay? Could go backwards as well, which is what I just did. Now, at that part, I jumped strings. I went to the A string, and I hit the 5, 3, 1 frets, while still hitting the G. So, then I go to the 6th string, 1st and 3rd fret. Now this is a little bit different from what I initially did, but I'm doing that intentionally so that you can see that no matter what else happens, the premise is still the same. You're still going to play that open G note. Okay? Alright, now I want to show you just a little bit of what the right hand is doing. Again, middle finger resting underneath the G string. And then I pick every other string that I hit. So in this case it's going to be the D string. At the same time. Okay? Okay, so pretty much it's a blues lick with a droning G note, open G string. And you'll be able to use that as you go along and experiment with it by picking out other notes to see what blends and what doesn't blend. Now, we happen to keep the G note as our droning note, so we were playing a solo that we were making up out of the key of G. But you could do the same thing using the D note open as your droning note and play other notes on the A string and the E string to get the same effect, in which case would be soloing in the key of D. And you could do similar things with the other strings as well. So that's what I mean. Experiment around, see what you can come up with. Have a great week and enjoy the lesson. Don't forget to check out the website. Thanks a lot. Take care.